You're listening to the Penguin Business Beat. At this point in the show, we usually get Jack Covert on the phone to talk about one of the best business books of all time. This time around, Jack was in New York, so we had a chance to sit down with him in person. So here's Jack Covert, founder and chairman of 800 CEO Read.
My name is Jack Covert, and I'm the co-author of the 100 Best Business Books of All Time. And today I want to talk to you about a book called Less is More by Jason Jennings. Subtitle is How Great Companies Use Productivity as a Competitive Tool in Business. Now, Jason writes interesting books. Jason uses a little different tactic. He comes up with an idea and then hires or uses researchers to prove or disprove the idea. And he narrows down the companies. He looks at companies for specific things like return on investment, but general business ideas that can tell you whether a company is succeeding or failing in a long term. And he ends up picking a set of companies for the Less is More book. And they're not Southwest Airlines, Harley-Davidson, Nokia, or the usual cast of characters. They're a rather interesting group of companies he looks at, like a discount operation in New Zealand called The Warehouse, which, when the book was written in 2001, had nearly double the return on equity of Walmart. So we're talking about a fairly successful business. He boils this whole thing down to his 12 rules for doing more with less. So to save you having to buy the book, here are the 12 rules. Just kidding. You start with a simple proposition. Don't let anyone, even you, muck it up by making it too complicated. If it's already complicated, simplify it. Number one. Number two, spend your time building a culture, not a business model. One based on truth, honesty, and respect. Be authentic and live with values. Number three, make certain that every manager and executive believes and practices everything on this list, or get rid of him or her immediately. It doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad person. It just means that she's the wrong person. And it goes on from there. So you can go and buy the book and learn more. But it's a fascinating study of a snapshot of the world in 2001 or 2000. And a lot of the information carries forward and continues to be valid in our contemporary times. The idea of looking at something and then researching it to support or disprove what you've got is a fascinating way of doing business. But what's really important is being able to tell stories, and Jason Jennings is a very good storyteller.
That was Jack Covert, founder of 800 CEO Read. This is Laura Clark. You're listening to the Penguin Business Beat.